What if it's not true that you need to become a better version of yourself to have the relationship and career that you want to build? What if the pressure to become a better version of yourself is simply teaching your nervous system that who you are today is not enough for the relationships and love and support that you want to receive? Welcome to Embody Safety with Eva, and today I will talk about how to help your system feel safe being seen as you are. I often work with women who are very sensitive, very capable, deeply self aware. They are not avoiding growth. They've done a lot of inner work. They even know their attachment style. And yet, underneath all of that is still often a younger part of them that believes that she needs to become someone else to receive the love and connection and support that these amazing women are longing for and that they need right now, today. And usually, that better version of themselves that they have in mind is more easygoing, is more impressive, and is what I call more shiny. And this younger part of them believes that if I finally become that version of that woman who is impressive, easygoing, maybe more attractive, then I will be chosen. Once I become her, then the love and support that I really, really want and need will come to me more easily. And so this self-protection pattern usually comes from a part of us that learned very early on that our real self wasn't enough to bring in the safety, the presence, and the connection and support we needed. And so she came up with a strategy. She started looking for a way to become more lovable, more impressive, more shiny, less complicated, less needy, maybe less direct in some cases, more pleasing, more patient, more desirable. And when this pattern lives inside of our nervous system as adults, you may not always notice it as a survival wiring, a self-protection pattern. It can simply look like self-improvement. It can feel like being growth-oriented, or it can feel like being ambitious. Or it can just feel like you're trying to become your best self. But inside of your body, when you take time to slow down a little bit, it usually feels like, at least it felt like this for the women I work with, I am not safe to be seen as I am. Let's say if I ask my clients, I often do this in the sessions, and I ask them, how would you feel if, let's say, the partner you want just rang the doorbell and you didn't have time to become better or to somehow pull yourself together or be less messy than you are right now? How would your body feel about it? Or how would your body feel if that opportunity at work that you really, really want just landed in front of you? So usually when this pattern is alive in our system, it feels like I need to become better to be loved. I still don't feel ready to open the door for the person that I want to see me, or for the opportunity that I want to choose me. I need to become more impressive. I just need a little bit more time before I am ready. So that is usually the younger part speaking, and she is saying, I'm not sure if who I am today is worthy of being chosen, or is lovable enough, or even is able to sustain the type of relationship that I want. And I wanted to share client stories today with you. I had two clients last week who came to the same realization when we learned to stay with this younger part, and they actually had time to look at her and how she shows up in their relationships instead of letting her run them. And both of them realized that the choices they were making in their relationships, in their love life, they weren't coming from their adult self. They were coming from this younger part that put the relationship and the man on the pedestal. And she was working really hard to become shiny enough to be chosen. And they also noticed how much of their energy went to being easygoing, being understanding enough, being attractive enough, not being too much, not being too needy. And as they stayed with this younger part, something shifted inside of their system. They no longer needed to analyze the man or the relationship. They didn't need to write a long list of positives or negatives or red flags. And they also didn't need to force themselves to detach. Their body simply started to see the relationship clearly. And for the first time, they were able to look at the relationship from the adult self and actually notice this may not be a fit for me. Maybe I don't feel supported inside of this relationship. Maybe I've been working so hard, maybe this younger part was working so hard to be chosen that my adult self didn't have the time to actually ask, would I choose this relationship for myself? And so when this happens, when we stop identifying with the younger part and our adult self comes online, something important happens, because usually when the younger part is present, we keep asking, how do I get this person choose me? But when our adult self, when the woman you are today comes back online, she asks questions like, does this relationship feel safe? Does this relationship support me? Do I feel seen here? And what these clients realized is that the woman they are today, the ordinary real woman they are, not the shiny version, not the more impressive version, didn't feel seen underneath all of that striving. And they noticed that the woman they are today, the one with desires, needs, limits, her capacity, her sensitivity, and her body that responds to how she's being treated, didn't feel like that relationship was a fit. And there is a difference between expanding or growing because your body feels ready for that, and constantly improving yourself because you feel like who you are today is not enough to be seen, or it's not safe to be seen as who you are. And maybe just take a moment today to feel that difference in your body. Because what I see unfold in sessions every time is that when you have enough time to slow down, your body already knows. Your body already knows where that effort to become better is coming from, because it feels different in both cases. And this is also where somatic work changed things for my clients, because they didn't need to change themselves. They didn't need to start thinking differently or say affirmations to believe that they are enough. We simply stayed with their body and nervous system and created conditions that allowed them to see the relationship for what it is. And we help their body to feel safe enough to start being seen as it is, their whole system, their whole being, to feel safe as it is today. And that's when your system stops experiencing your real self as the problem. And in somatic work, this process is very simple. It's not always easy because our body has protectors that want us to speed up, that want us to become that more impressive version of us. But we slow those moments down. We slow the moment down when you want, or part of you wants to become more impressive to earn attention, or when a part of you starts abandoning you are leaving your body to keep connection with someone else. We slow down the part that feels the pressure to become better before she allows herself to receive or settle into connection and settle into being seen. And as you stop pushing past those moments and you stay with it, your body shows you what's truly happening underneath that. And usually underneath that, there is a part that learned that love has to be earned and connection has to be earned. And as we stay with that part of you, so we don't change her, we don't judge her, we definitely don't need to fix her. We just need to show her that connection and support can come to her exactly as she is right now without her having to earn it. And as that lands in your body repeatedly, as that lands in your system slowly starts opening to new type of connection, to new type of relationship, to different way of relating with yourself and others. And it naturally stops feeling drawn to people who activate that old chase. You stop feeling activated by potential. You stop feeling activated by people who require you to become shiny to get their attention. And at the same time, your body becomes more comfortable and more available to relationships that feel less activating at first and less dramatic, but they also feel steadier, calmer, simpler, easier, but also more supportive and more nourishing to your system. Your system starts scanning the world and looking for people and recognizing people, opportunities, relationships where it feels like, oh, here I can be myself. Here I don't have to work hard to be received or loved or supported. And that's where you can start enjoying feeling wanted or loved without questioning it. You can receive kindness without feeling like you have to repay that right away. And this is also where more intimacy and deeper connection becomes actually possible. It's not when you are striving to become better version of you. It's when you create enough space inside of your current life and relationships where you stop hiding the woman that is already there. So if your body is tired of feeling like you have to always become someone else or better to receive the support and love and connection that you really truly want in your relationships, but also inside of your work. This is exactly what we do in somatic sessions. So if you would like to learn more about somatic work and one-on-one sessions, I will leave the link below. And I appreciate you being here today.